Well, good evening, everybody. It's October 19th, 2021. I traveled a bit around. We've discussed that. But it was this thing where I'd been in 10 states. Didn't see anybody wearing masks. No big deal. People were living life. I get back into Colorado this afternoon, going to the gas station, and there's a couple fucking idiots in there with N95s like it's going to do anything for anybody. Lou, what the fuck is wrong with your state?
You know, I really I'm having trouble understanding it myself. I was on the bus today and I have seen it slowly escalate. I've been on this bus every day. It's a free bus that rides across the street right in front of my place. And at the beginning of the year, there was, nobody wearing it. And now all of a sudden, everybody is just voluntarily wearing this mask. It's not they don't care if you wear it or not, but people are choosing to. So I definitely was staring at people a little harder today, and they actually bucked back. I was just like talking about it to a friend, and they were just like openly being like, can you see how ridiculous the mask wearing is and all of this stuff? And she's like, are you talking to us? I was like, yeah, motherfucker, I am actually talking to you. I thought you'd like that.
I do like it. These people are fucking retarded. Forest Mommy, apparently you had a little bit of an altercation yourself.
I have. I don't know. They're all just low status people telling us what to do. So, Lou, that was right for you to call them out. Like, you have to say shit to these people.
Yeah, either accept
I don't know what happened to me.
Yeah, either accept my passive aggressiveness and me talking about shit a little louder, or shut the fuck up.
I mean, that's why they have the mask on. Why don't they just shut the fuck up?
Exactly.
Wear your fucking muzzle, you fucking idiot. Muzzle up.
Exactly. And you know what I ended up saying? I was just like, hey, look, 1 out of 6 kids are obese. Let's talk about that.
You wanted to talk about the fat kids again, Lou?
Yeah. Where's your health? Where's your health concern when we're talking about our kids?
Okay, we have a 4-star admiral who has gender dysphoria. What do you want?
Yeah. What do I want? I don't even know anymore.
Dad knows.
Not a real fucking admiral. Not real.
What is it?
Not
what
a real
is this thing? Even the fucking, what did they call it? The public health fucking bullshit. And they're like, hey,
is the new Surgeon General?
No, no. It's like it's a made up fucking thing. That's how you know this entire regime is false.
Okay,
because they're pinning medals and stars on anybody they can. They're like, hey, are you gay?
And you're denigrating.
Wait, they don't even like gay people anymore. Let's just get that straight. They only like men who think they're women, and they're like, here's 4 stars, you fucking idiot.
So not even the Surgeon General. It's not the Surgeon General. It's some weird made up, really strange title given to someone who has a mental disorder.
Yes.
Okay.
This is America. We're supposed to believe that this place is a serious country at all.
So do you think,
right now.
Hold on. So now not only did the Caitlyn Jenner dude, who's is that right? Caitlyn Jenner?
Bruce Jenner,
whatever.
Who's now Caitlyn.
Yeah. So not only did he win Woman of the Year, but now the first 4-star general, you're gonna give it to fucking
it's
Rachel
an admiral.
Levine?
It's an admiral. Somewhere I think I hear my grandfather just
lambasting admirals.
Yeah, like it's. I think I've told this story before, but it was like years ago. When I had blue hair and I used to wear women's clothes, and he looked across the dinner table at me and he just goes, "You're weird." That always stuck with me.
This is all normal. This is all normal, and this is fine, guys.
Oh,
it is absolutely. It's fine. It's fucking fantastic. Yeah, this is crazy.
And we have no way to fight this. Like if we get online, I heard somebody
get offline. That's no.
Listen to this. Hold on, listen to this. Somebody said this today.
Bullshit.
Somebody said this today. They said being online makes you predictable. What the fuck?
Mic drop moment.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I think it's perfect. It's
it's one of these put downs that means absolutely fucking nothing. But I get it. I mean,
yeah.
it is a void of nothingness. It is the metaverse.
Jack knows what's up. locking up lieutenant colonels for calling out the bullshit and making people admirals for chopping off their dicks. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, that about wraps up. I mean,
Yeah.
that takes my role for the evening.
I mean, I wonder if they're.
there's nothing
You
more
know,
I
I
can
wonder
say
if they'll
about
do
that.
a trade out for that. Like at some point, they're like, "Look, you don't have to take the vaccine as long as you chop your dick off."
Ooh.
Ooh, I
Might
bet you
even
guys
get
said I was
promoted at
gender dysphoric or something like that.
Yeah.
Because see, even playing the race card, man, doesn't get you anything no more, right? I mean, they went after they're going hard on the paint to Dave Chappelle, right? Because like it's almost like now the black comedian must punch up because
They said he has white supremacy or something. Or white
So they
Yeah,
did say that. I
they-
was
they
gonna
taking
ask
motherfuckers
if they
out
got
left and
around
right,
to
bro.
calling him a white supremacist because we know Thad is the black face of the alt right. So
Well, and being a 30-year-old gay man is like equivalent to being a Nazi these days. To these people.
right.
No, a 30-year-old white gay man.
Yeah, 30-year-old white gay
You
man.
might, you're basically,
Yes.
you're basically,
You might as well just fucking get the tattoo right there.
you might as well like you're over there with the cis white males, right? And then
Yeah.
you know what? A lot of the brothers is going to be in that camp too.
You know, that's what they get for surviving Dr. Fauci the first time around.
That's so good.
Oh, that's good on a lot of levels.
Yeah. These are dark times.
Yeah, these are pretty dark times, and that was a very dark joke, and it made me
Yeah.
laugh.
Really, what it's about here is saying disgusting things and then going and crying in our pillow.
Yeah.
If you make it that long.
I normally during the week I would just have some beer. It'd be like, man, fuck this, but I'll just eat some cheesecake.
Oh wow, cheesecake. That's I can't even say fat girl status anymore. Can
Well,
I?
YOLO.
Hey,
YOLO.
I'm
Wow.
getting there.
All right. Well,
So,
that's
but what do we think? I mean, back to this Colorado business, since there are two Coloradans here, and then I don't know what I am. I think I'm like I've quit Colorado. It's like I told Lou, I'm never going back to fucking Denver again if I can help it. But
I was hurt, and then you explained it, and I was like, yeah, you're all right. You're
yeah,
right.
I'm like, nah, fuck that state.
I
They
get
can go
it. I
fucking
get
eat a
it
dick.
completely.
I get it. Yeah, that's what I said. I get it.
Yeah.
But so Polis was saying, Jared Polis, the governor of Colorado, was saying that people should lie to their family. You know, like if your spouse doesn't want to get the vaccine and there's some hesitancy in the household, that you know you should just go get it anyways and then just lie about
So
it.
if you're like in the closet,
A little white lie.
Yeah, it's just it's for the good of humanity.
it sounds like he's talking from
Shit.
personal experience.
Wow.
Well, you
that
know.
is really good, Thad. That's beyond good what you just brought up, because he's been someone who's probably tried to fight being in the closet for a long time, and now he feels good, had his own wedding, and now he wants people to go in the closet and deal with
Yeah.
what he just dealt with.
Yeah.
Wow.
Over the shot.
Get that on
Abuser.
Tucker Carlson,
That's
motherfuckers.
abuser. The cycle of abuse.
Yeah. That seems to be a prevailing theme with all these people. They do love this cycle of abuse. And I guess that's a pretty good time to bring up our boy Dan Andrews, just throw him into the mix. Where he was telling everybody, I can't do a good Dan Andrews accent. My Australian
Yeah,
impersonation is shit. But basically he's like, oh yeah, if you think you're gonna wait us out, think again.
Yeah.
He's like, we don't care if we get to 90% vaccination rate. We're still going to lock you motherfucking unvaccinated motherfuckers out of society. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to keep doing it.
These people are pathological. They're watching the supply chain melt, their cities burn, their societies crumble, and they're just pushing full speed ahead. It's like, this is not World War II.
It's a
where
bigger
this is
dream.
a threat to like the global order. This is
It's a
a
bigger
respiratory
dream.
and a pathogen.
Again,
It's like, wow. I as I take my black pill and take a sip of my drink.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
They don't
Wash it down with some whiskey.
I used to think that the branch Covidians were simply misguided or overzealous.
Not
A
anymore.
little, I don't know. I think they're bloodthirsty. I think they're crazy. I think
The
they're
vitriol.
nihilists. I think they just want to see the world burn.
the vitriol that I felt from this lady. She was probably about 54 years old. And when I was talking a little loud because I wanted to. I walked into a car and there was like 20 people wearing masks.
You know what you would have got away with that if you were black, right?
Probably. But I sat down and I was saying it, and I kept on. She was right in front of me, and I kept on looking at her when I ended my statements, and then just I guess she felt a little.
Oh, okay. We can't mean mug the woman, man.
No. Trust me, I was going all around. I was doing this as I was talking.
Wasn't there a guy? You know, and I can't remember. I think it was in New York or whatever on the subway, and he was just raping some woman, and everybody just stood there and watched it happen.
Well, that's New York. There's levels to this. You got to get down to that level in New York where you're just trying to make it to the job, dog.
and let's face it. You know, at some point, if they said you were, you know, and they accused him of rape, he'd say, "No, it wasn't rape because I identify as a female, and it's all good then."
Yeah, that's wild.
It's not a penis. It's
Are you
really
like this? Are you coming at me
really
because not only am I? Well, I assume the assailant in this rape was African American.
I believe that it was a person of blackness. Is
Oh.
that the whitest way to say it now? Can I please take that take there and just say a person of
I mean,
blackness?
let's just go back around full circle. Let's just call him colored. I mean,
no, we leave that to Princess. She was the one that always called use that word and watch people get triggered.
Hold on. We're still going for our opportunity loan though, right? So we need to just chill with all.
Oh
of
yeah,
this.
that's right, right. Because we're diverse.
That's what it's really called, is opportunity zones and
opportunity loans and opportunity zones. And it's like, are you transgender? Are you going to hire a bunch of fucking felons? Are you black, Hispanic, or some other ethnic group that we have probably fucked over just of course at the beginning of this nation? And we want to give you free money, but we own your ass.
Yeah,
That's
speaking of opportunity and free money, I'd like to remind everybody to like, share, comment, subscribe, and go buy one of Thad's glowy box thingies. I've actually got one sitting in the living room right now. It's fantastic. You can get a Flickwick as well. And if you want to just send me money, that's always appreciated because I'm a broke-ass motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, man.
We all are now.
Yeah.
You're fighting the fight.
Yeah, so if you want to help Sean keep doing what he's doing, he's been a very intrepid, dare I say, journalist. Dropping a couple of good things. He's interviewed good people. He has leads some good stories. He's also trying to make a transition to get the fuck out of the land of entrapment. So holla at your boy, Cash App. And do you still have that?
The Gibson Go still.
The Gibson Go is still.
Just don't post that.
Just don't post it to
the
Facebook.
OnlyFans is still there as well. But just don't. But just don't, under any circumstances, post a link to the Gibson Go on Facebook. You'll catch a 30-day ban. We don't want that.
Absolutely. Or you'll get your channel fucked up.
Is it 30 days right away?
I mean, I'm surprised.
You were asking the other day about why I couldn't go live or something weird's going on. I still have restrictions on my account. It's been like 2 months. I think they just keep renewing it. That's what I think.
I'm still off that bitch.
Yeah. God bless you, because stay the hell away from it. I mean, if it wasn't for family.
I get it, though. It's such good advertising and good marketing, and it's a way to get your shit out there, like, fairly easy. So
yeah, it is, but it's really not anymore.
But you get fucking banned.
They've gotten so good with the banning. They've gotten so good with the banning and knowing what content they don't want on the platform. It's just like fucking YouTube. They can suck my left nut.
They're trying something out too, because I got a ban on trying to post something in Messenger. So pretty soon, I've already heard John Oliver talk about WhatsApp and how there's a lot of misinformation among immigrants in WhatsApp, and so they're going to get into our personal.
Yeah, they've already done.
Doing, and I saw them do it on me. I swear to God, I tried to post something, and that shit said you can't do it to the. It was. Yeah,
I've talked about this in the past where about a year ago when people were kind of going to places like Telegram and Signal and stuff like that there were already, the anatomy of the smear had already began in the mainstream press about wanting to, we got to figure out you got to stop this this propagation of misinformation on such encrypted apps as Telegram and Signal and WhatsApp and stuff. Hell, they were already building a case against WhatsApp 3-4 years ago when like random rumors in some random Indian province, resulted in a lynch mob that like killed people, right? Because someone spread some rumor or whatever. So yes, this is something that they want to do. It's going to be a little harder with Telegram for now. Signal, not so much, depending on what you read out there. But yeah, they're going hard in the paint because they
Well,
don't
it's-
want people to organize. They just don't.
That makes me think of a really funny conversation I had recently. There's another guy we know, and I won't mention names here, but a very, very popular radio host, and and they were saying how, oh, only contact me on Signal because I don't want people watching and conversations and this and that. And every time somebody says that to me, I just start laughing and laughing because people actually think that they have secure communications on a smartphone.
But you know what? Okay, so here's the thing: is that they do have secure communication. It's just that there's a key that exists. That's it.
Yeah, they have
With
backdoors.
Signal, there's a key that exists that unlocks all that encryption that is really hard. So if it's just a person who doesn't have the capabilities, it's really difficult for them to check your messages. So it's the best you can probably do. But if you're anticipating getting behind, governments and police, it's not anymore.
No. I mean, all these things are just a giant honeypot. They, it helps them sift the data.
Or a thirst trap or a honeypot.
Pretty much.
Both.
It's all the same. It's just people that are like, oh my God, I'm having conversations that I feel guilty about. I better go on this app. And then the agencies are like, well, that's nice of you to go on that one because that's why we watch it.
Forrest, mommy, can I ask you a question about to kind of circle back to the transgender thing?
About thirst traps.
Well, does it really does it make you feel a certain way? Because obviously they want the zeitgeist to be communicating about this transgenderism or whatever. But how does it make you feel as an actual woman that white men are able to just say, hey, put on a dress and be like, I'm an actual woman? I mean, it takes more than that, right?
Yeah, and I've actually I've known a huge crowd of people on a gender scale, and you can tell when people are just cross-dressers or people are just trying to get attention or are crazy, hey, we're all fucking crazy too, and on top of it you may have this other crazy thing. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Men, they get in all our spaces, and it's just how it goes. It's the patriarchy, I swear.
No, that is
It stops
absolutely
at
true.
nothing.
Like,
The patriarchy is the
it's
matriarchy.
yeah, it's relentless. It never stops. It just never stops.
Well, and that's the thing, is that it's like, anybody who's known me for a long time knows that I'm not a hateful person. I'm a big proponent of freedom of expression and do what you want with your life, your genitals, and everything else. But it's again, when you expect me to just accept obvious mental illness as leadership, that's just, I don't know.
And can we talk about what it's actually been leading to? Is this whole trans politics? It's like the left has become the deranged right, and the right has become the people that are actually speaking for the people. What the fuck is going on with that?
That happens about every 60, 70 years, to be honest with you. If you really look at the history of it, the left typically goes way left, and then basically the right basically becomes the working class, whatever. Long ago, what we consider the right wing or the Republicans were big union folk, and stuff like that. They were also the party of emancipation for a very long time, but the Republicans started losing their grip in about the 20s and 30s. So
yeah, well, there's a lot of grip being lost. I mean, look, we had somebody commenting last night, I think it was, and saying this and that about conservatism. Conservatism failed.
it is not
Big
conserved
time.
anything. What has conservatism conserved in the last 50 years?
Not a damn thing.
Should we just notice all the close votes on the
Maybe
things that
Benny
are
Hinn
a good idea?
paycheck.
You're on this Benny Hinn thing.
I
haven't
don't
seen
know.
Benny
It's just
Hinn
the
in a
first
while.
name that pops into my mind. We could say Joel Osteen too. He's a
Or you could say
fucking idiot.
Cleflo Dollar. I mean,
let's
keep it.
just go down
It's
the list.
equal opportunity grifter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Well,
Cleflo Dollar.
the grift is real.
It's real, man.
I'm not any
We should
good.
have gotten on that,
That's
bro.
the thing. I'm not any good at grifting. That's the whole thing. Is that I end up being too blatantly honest at some point, and then
Yeah,
I
you gotta
chase
stop
off,
that, man.
half the people that might give me money.
Yeah, dude. We should have been rolling in that MAGA money, man, by now.
probably just
Yeah.
worn the hat.
Yeah, well,
You already would. I mean, as a
I
black
was telling
man,
you,
you already
bro.
all you had to do was wear a MAGA hat all the time.
Y'all
Get
are,
up there and say Trump is God.
y'all are looking in the
and you would have
past.
had
You know Jesus, baby.
Y'all are
Yeah.
looking in the past. Forest Mama, what should we grift on for next in the future?
yeah.
What's the next grift?
I don't know. I
Well,
was
what's
I
in
was
your
going.
heart?
I thought, you know, being black in the conservative movement, that's great.
that
That's
was
the
a
best grift right
very
now.
lucrative grift.
Yeah.
But I think that door is closed. So being
I
a
don't
black
know.
libertarian is also
Yeah, now that Larry, what's that guy? Larry Feller became the
Larry
Elder.
Feller.
I don't know what his
Larry
name is.
Elder, man.
The black dude,
Or-
Larry
yeah,
Elder.
yeah, the black dude in California, Larry
Yeah,
Elder.
he became like the face of white supremacy all of a sudden. I was just like, they will stop.
Dude, they
that.
were
Yeah.
gonna
You
do
just
that
you just
regardless.
called the black dude libertarian Feller. Just think about that.
He was the black face of white supremacy. I think that's what that article said, right?
That
Yeah,
is
that
well,
is.
that
The
is
black
what they
face
said,
of
but
white
you know,
supremacy. Like
that's because everything they don't like
it's
is
just
white
that's
supremacy.
fantastic, really. I mean,
Yeah, that was,
gotta give
we
them
were
props.
he-
The propaganda is respectable. I mean, they got the game down. You know,
I mean, and they got away with it. And they got away
I
with it.
don't
which-
think they really
They
do.
still
Though.
getting
I
away
think
with
that
it.
I think that it really is just all make believe, and it's through these stupid screens. Because look, I haven't been following the news cycle that closely. Obviously, I was
Thank
in
God.
10 states with a bunch of people all over the place that don't give a fuck. I was at a rock show in Indiana where people
Okay.
didn't give a fuck. I was at a haunted ass fucking horror hayride badass thing in Minnesota.
War
People
ride?
there didn't. Yeah, well, yeah, and people didn't give a fuck there either. There was actually one of the exhibits in that thing was like an old horror hotel with a bunch of dead
Interesting.
hookers in there, and they were asking Combat Rev and I, you know, why we hadn't been around in so long, and we were like, you know, and he looks at the bed, this old crusty bed, and he's like, "You ready to go?" But anyways, my point being is that, you know,
He's a
all
homo.
over the place you've got people that don't give a fuck, and
Yeah, I think
that's beautiful.
I think
So,
But
you're
so
they
right.
then
think
when
that
you get
they
back into
are.
the internet and you start looking at the screens and watching the TV, and like Aaron Burnett's over there saying Sanjay Gupta won the argument against Joe Rogan.
That did not happen.
I don't know what parallel universe or quantum realm that they were in to see that, but that's fine.
just-
She's a
Please
pretty
don't
face
feed my
talking head,
television
and she's
screen.
on CNN, and CNN has a baked-in audience of about 900,000 people that watch them religiously.
Yeah.
And that seems to be enough for them to get the best advertisers, even though their closest competitor gets the shittiest advertising.
And these people are idiots. Like the blue masks is literally the paradox for the left, because
It's a totem.
just a year ago they were talking about how straws are killing our ocean, and now they're creating these blue mask fucking trash constantly.
You're
And it is literally what crushes them. That's the first thing I told this lady that came at me. I was like, "Hey, all you're doing is creating trash. That's all you're doing with that stupid ass mask."
Lou, you're asking your enemy, who are madmen, to be consistent.
No,
Come
I would-
on, bro.
we can't expect logic anymore. We haven't been able to rely on logic the whole freaking time. So we have to accept that we can't. We have to accept another way of thinking about it, because if we think about it logically, we are going insane.
That is very true. That is very, very true. I definitely felt,
But
a
still,
little
fuck them.
unhinged. Yeah, no, I felt a little I was like, dude, you take this fucking lesson that I'm out here telling you. You shut the fuck up and listen to me espouse this shit out loudly, and you fucking think about it. That's what you do. You take my passive aggressive, because that's the best I can do right now.
Oh, like
God, I love you,
this.
Lou. I gotta
But
say though,
they've been abusing us and telling us what to do for 18 freaking months. So
Yeah,
we
we're
can
not
start
doing it
talking
anymore.
back.
I'm not doing it
yeah,
anymore.
they can go
Yeah.
fuck themselves. I still like Ted Nugent's approach.
Bah. Oh, I wish I still had that clip. Oh, man.
Oh, I'm sure we got it somewhere.
No, but it's funny. So like the mask people, you know, they're trying to get their drinks. I'm waiting in line to take a piss in the bathroom or whatever at this gas station. This guy comes up and acts all put out because he had to get within 6 feet of me to get a drink out of the fucking cooler. I look at him like, I ain't moving, motherfucker.
Yeah, that 6 feet thing. I don't know why. I don't know why that sacred cow still
why are
hasn't
we
been
kowtowing
slayed
to
yet.
weak people? Why are weak people getting the
No,
like?
we're done with this.
Yeah,
They haven't even proven asymptomatic. So what the fuck are we talking about? Like all of a sudden asymptomatic is a thing. You even have Fauci saying that asymptomatic.
And they know it. They know that
carry a
shit's fake.
pandemic.
They know it's fake. They don't care. They'll keep saying it. They just say it over and over again.
Yeah, it's
Fuckers.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I know everyone.
I live in a fantasy world too, but my fantasy world is like so much cooler, and I would never force it on anyone else. Like, their fantasy fucking world is where we die because we don't agree with them on fucking everything.
No,
I really just miss orgies.
Yeah, where is this? Yeah, take us to this fantasy.
They're
world.
still having them. They still have them.
I don't even know if I could.
I guess I might have to have come up with a reason to come to Denver.
I would be right now. Like I also am down with orgy and free love and all that shit. But like literally right now, I would be the worst at an orgy. I'd be like, and fucking Fauci, really?
I know. Like it really has. Really, it's destroyed that part of my life. That part of me that was like this guy that just loved the ladies and the lifestyle and everything else. All that's gone. 'Cause none of it works now, anyways. I'm too fat from sitting at this screen. If I take a Viagra, I'm gonna die from a heart attack.
My mind is broken. My mind is broken. I'm not like the same person.
No.
They broke me, but they've only made me they've made me worse, but I'll be their worst enemy. So whatever.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. I feel broken.
Good.
That's like a little more like
Let the world break you. Let's like this. Now that you've broken, only after you have lost everything.
But we can't let them break us. We have to like still try that. Can't let them fully break us.
But
yeah, that's why I'm glad I go to
Did you
work.
hear Adele's new single?
No,
I didn't.
It's fantastic. Go find it.
go find it.
Okay.
We
Thanks.
can't play
It's
it.
fantastic.
It's cold.
Skinny Adele, body positive.
Yeah, Skinny Adele
She
is
just
Adele who would get
kills
the
it.
D.
Her understanding of melody and just the way she writes songs.
But you also
the
said
production's
Billie Eilish
beautiful.
was a good album, so I'll take
Billie
it.
Eilish's last album was fantastic. You gotta listen to the whole thing.
And now she looks like an actual
I like
woman
that
who I'd want
Ocean
to have
Eyes
sex
song
with
by
now.
Billie
I mean,
Eilish.
that's
Yeah.
I think it's Ocean
Yeah.
Eyes, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's genius. That's one of those things I actually like. I listened to this whole analysis of Kashmir, the Led Zeppelin song today. That was a nice distraction.
I love those type of things. That's why I love YouTube.
Yeah, no, that's true. You know what? I mean,
Good
the things I
night.
watch on YouTube are obviously the weird things, right? Like a talk on
Good YouTube
quantum
videos are
simulation.
good. Hi, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you guys off.
Like a billionaire.
Hey,
Billionaire
if things go
videos.
right, I'm not going to be able to contribute much from the news cycle. You guys are going to be like, "What'd you do today, Sean?" I'll be like, "I don't know. I beat on some metal for like 7 hours, and now I have a spoon. I made it out of wood."
We want to see the whole evolution.
Yeah, no,
So
it's
what's
something to be
That's a
said.
real
I'm-
skill.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, no, that's true. It's a real skill. I mean, I can't front. Like when I make beer, or when I cook for the family, or like today when I'm writing software code. I mean, there's something to be said. And then you dip back into the real world, and you're just like, fucking dumpster fire. But fuck this shit.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Really, we don't have to put up with this. I think we're all pissy here in this room. I know some even our vaccinated council members are pissed off about things, and it harkens back to what Thad has said about the Great Resignation and all the anger that's going to follow and the resentment. And they've opened up a can of worms this time, and America might fall in the process, but I think we're resigned to it. We don't give a fuck. Good night, everybody.